So quite a few of you have expressed that you find questions 5 through 8 from the Lesson 6 homework challenging. So I'm just going to quickly go through, do the problems, and talk it through as I do them. But like I said, I'm going to do this pretty quickly. Question 5. A box contains a collection of triangular and square tiles. There's 25 tiles in the box containing 84 edges in total. How many square tiles are in the box? So the key information, we know that we've got triangles and squares. We've got 25 tiles, so we have the number here. And then we also seem to care about the edges. And each triangle and square is going to have a different number of edges. So I'm going to treat this like a money question. So I'm going to have my triangles, I'm going to have my squares, I'm going to have the number of them, just the quantity. And then there's also going to be the number of edges. And then I'm going to have some sort of total thing that I'm going to make my equation from. So a triangle, sorry, we're going to have the total here as well. We know that we have a total of 25 triangles and squares. So if I make x the number of triangle, then 25 minus x is going to be the number of squares. Number of edges, well, a triangle has 3, square has 4. Just like so many of the other ones, I'm going to get my total number of edges, which I know is 84, 3x of them are going to come from triangles, and 4 times 25 minus x are going to come from the squares. So all I did was multiply 4 times 25 minus x. Like all the other times, my equation is going to come from here. This plus this equals that. So 3x plus 4 times 25 minus x equals 84. Distribute, I get 3x plus 100 minus 4x equals 84. Bring it up here, I get minus x equals 84 minus 100, so is minus 16. So x equals 16. So that means I'm going to have 16 triangles and 25 minus 16, which is 9 squares. And if we do a quick check, 16 times 3 is, I think it's 48. 16 times 3 is 48. And then 9 times 4 is 36. Add 48 and 36. And hey, what do you know? We got 84, so we're right. So it's going to be 16 triangles and 9 squares. But of course, you do that fancier with a final therefore statement, but I'm not going to do that. Question 6. Dave traveled a total of 20 kilometers by walking and running. So right away, I know the total of 20 kilometers for the distance is going to be important. The distance he walked equaled 1.5 times the distance he ran. How far did he walk? He ran a shorter distance than he walked, so let x be distance that he ran. And then we know that he walked 1.5 times or 1.5 times the distance he ran. So 1.5 is that, and we know that the total distance is going to be 20. So ran plus walked has to equal 20. So x plus 1.5x equals 20. So 2.5x equals 20. So x equals 8. So that means he ran 8 kilometers and he walked 12 kilometers. I'm just going to check her answers, see if I got that right. Yep, looks like it. Because when we go back and answer how far did he walk, the walk is 12 kilometers. So that one, not as tricky. Question 7. Okay, before we go to question 7, I'm just going to check what the answer was. The answer is going to be 18 suites. So we're looking for 18 for our answer. Okay. Sea Breeze Motel has 72 total units, single rooms and suites. So 2 different things. One night, all but 7. So they're giving us this to kind of mess us up. All but 7 rooms were sold. Tells us that the singles are worth 40 and the suites are worth 60. And then the total money is 2,960. So I'm going to have my single rooms, I'm going to have my suites, I know I'm going to have those. I know I'm going to have the number of units. I'm going to have the cost, and I'm going to have my total. And I'm also going to have the total down here. So the number of units has a total of 72 units, but 7 rooms weren't, all but 7 rooms were sold. So I've got to do 72, take away 7 first. So my total number of units that night was 65. My total amount of money for the night is going to be 2960. So if I let X be the number of singles, then the number of suites is going to be 65 minus X. The cost of a single was 40. The cost of a suite was 60. That's cheap. And then I multiply. So 40X there, 60 times 65 minus X here. My equation is going to come from, oops, I meant that to be a pink. The equation is going to come from here. Okay, 40x plus 60 times 65 minus x equals 2960. Oh, sorry. No, that's right. 60 times 65 minus x equals 2960. So distributing 40 plus 60 times 65 is 3900. Minus, those are minus signs, minus 60x equals 2960. I get minus 20x equals 2960. Take away 3900. So I get minus 20x equals 940. That's negative as well. So equals negative. Divide by negative 20. Divide by negative 20. And I get that x equals 47. So that answered how many singles, but they asked how many suites. So the number of suites is going to be 65 minus 47, which, hey, equals 18. So we had that one. I had it. Right. You can pause. Last question. In the district track meet, Brock High School scored 52 points in total, 124 ribbons. So I'm going to have points, and I'm going to have ribbons. They won 6 first place finishes worth 5 points each. That's going to be important, I'm guessing. Remaining points came from second and third. Oh, okay. We're going to have to be figuring out the number of second and third place. So second place is 3. Third place is 1. How many third place finishes did this school win? So let's let be X. But let's look at something. So we have 52 points. So 52 points. But already from the stuff that's highlighted in blue, the first place was 6 finishes at 5 points each. So 30 of those points came from first place. So that means we have 22 points left for second and third. So I'm not guessing. I know that's what we're going to have to do the table for. So I'm going to have second place. I'm going to have third place. And we're going to do the same things we've done other times. I'm going to have the number of ribbons. Let's write it in red so it looks separate. Number of ribbons, and then, or how many of them. And then I'm going to have the number of points, and then I'm going to have my total. So the number of ribbons, we know that the total number of ribbons is 22. Oh no, total number of points is 22. Okay, so the total number of, we've won 24 ribbons. So let's look at that. 24 ribbons, and we've already used up 6 first place. So that means I have 18 ribbons left for second and third place. So 18 ribbons left. And the number of points, that's my total number of points left, the 22. So if I have x, they asked us how many third places. I'm going to make that x. That's going to be 18 minus x then. Number of points. 3 points for a second place, 1 point for third place. And I'm going to multiply. That times that equals 3 times 18 minus x. 1 times x. And it's going to all add up to this. So from that, I get 3 bracket 18 minus x, close bracket, plus 1x equals 22. 3 times 18 equals 54, minus 3x plus x equals 22, minus 2x equals 22 minus 54, which is minus 32. Divide by minus 2, you get x equals 16. So 16 first, third place finishes. So questions 5 and, was it 5 and 8? They gave extra information that wasn't needed, that you had to deal with before you do the regular type table. Hope these helped, and if you have any other questions, make sure you come see me. Bye.